Hello, my friends in United States, Latin America, Europe, Asia, and Africa for sure. Welcome to my second podcast. My name is Raphael Kasischke from Germany. I'm happy to be with you today. The new topic is making money, or in other words, money counts more than people, as we know. In the first podcast, I talked about Corona and the deeper meaning of the virus. Today, the topic is money. We have not handled money well. We did not appreciate money. We worshipped it as a golden calf on one hand and trampled it with our feet on the other hand. We did not show the money a grateful attitude. We have made ourselves subjects of money. Money should serve us. We should not serve money. Money has a serving function. It serves us to earn our living on earth. Perhaps in the future there will be another means which we can earn our living with. But until now, it is still money. Today, we need to rethink. Money and human should act and be treated as equals, and not the one subordinated to the other. Besides the low esteem and the lack of a grateful attitude to money, the focus of our whole life is on money. This is expressed in our pursuit of higher economic growth, higher corporate profits, higher stock prices, higher salaries, etc. We see money as the highest good in life. And in this play, everyone has a part. The governments, organizations, companies, banks, investment funds, etc. It is always about money. And there is no company or person who hasn't done anything unclean with money. Everybody, whether the churches, human or political organizations, companies, banks, lawyers, auditors, and private individuals, all have done something unclean, unethical, or illegal in some way to make money or to make more money. The Volkswagen diesel scandal is only one of many examples. Especially, I find the unreasonable relationship between human and money very sad. Money is given a higher value and attention than humanity. There are many examples worth mentioning. I would like to emphasize the following. We, that means governments and companies, are doing business with countries which are governed by autocrats, where human life, freedom of opinion, and freedom of religions, etc., do not count for anything. The money accumulators, such as banks, funds, and others, have been instructed by the legislators not to do business with criminal organizations. But one may do business with autocratically governed countries. So Western governments, companies, banks, for example, work closely with China, for example. The German car industry or other industries in Germany and in other Western countries. These governments do not care about the lives of people in these autocratic countries. They want economic growth. And they want that their domestic industry is doing well. And they do not want unemployed people at home. And they want their political party to be re-elected in the next elections. Isn't this a very short-term and heartless thinking? Isn't it better to have a population that is satisfied and that will not be on the street tomorrow, throwing money at the government's feet or accusing it of other things? Because this is what's all about. Money. One sees the money as a golden calf. Money counts more than people. Our thoughts and our deeds are oriented to more and more and higher and higher. The governments want steady economic growth because it believes that this will enable it to control their citizens, because they earn money and hence they are happy and healthy, psychologically healthy. No, the citizens are not happy and not healthy. They are afraid. They have worries. They are dissatisfied. Why? Because Western governments think and act short-term instead of creating educational systems in which the talents, potential, and creativity of their citizens are researched, discovered, and promoted. This makes people happy and healthy, because then money will no longer play the bigger role, but the people. Then the status of money and thus economic growth, corporate profit seeking, higher stock prices, etc., is secondary. That means reduced to a normal level. Because money has a serving function. So far, we have served money. It is time for money to serve us. And at the same time for us to appreciate money and to giving thanks for being here in our lives. So we have to change our point of view. We have to learn a new way of dealing with money. That means changing our behaviors. For centuries, money has been a survival tool for mankind. It was acquired in an unethical, inhuman, illegal way, and then transferred to the offspring. They suffer because the negative energy is still in the money and has never been transformed. Today, we can change this negative way of handling money into a positive image. That means to look at money humanely and with our heart. 15 years ago, I had sent a proposal for an educational system change to Angela Merkel, our German chancellor. But I didn't receive any response. Of course not. The politicians do not want any change from no system at all. Now they have Corona. Now they have to rethink and are forced to change the systems. I would like to point out once again the unreasonable relationship between human and money and draw a comparison. We could compare the current behavior of politicians and economic leaders in the Western world towards the autocratic countries with the attitude of the neutral Switzerland during the Nazi regime. As we know, Switzerland had collaborated with this regime because of monetary advantages and profits. They did not care what happened to the people in Germany. They wanted to make a profit out of it, just as the German industry is doing today in China or other autocratic countries. The Swiss banks have gone one step further. They have collected the monetary assets of Germans or had them hidden in their safe deposit boxes. And after the war, these assets were not returned to their owners because they were already dead. So Switzerland, like Western governments and companies today, had focused more on money than on people. What counts is the money and the profit. We must not continue to accept this relationship. We are living in new times in which the human counts. Money is no longer our commander or our God. We must change our thinking. We have to act new in human form. Maybe we should really throw the money, that means fictitious monopoly money, at the feet of governments so that they realized what it's all about. Money is not our savior of the world. Money is not God. Money is not the way to get a grip on Corona. Money is not the solution. And I would like to mention another example. It is the United States of America. It is a model country where everything revolves around money. Starting at birth until death, money is made from everything. From education, the school, universities, prisons, health system, etc. It is always about money and making money. Man falls by the wayside. The US elections are a testimony and the result of it. Trump has collected the votes of the people who have fallen by the wayside. It is half of the Americans. A very sad picture of a country that was once the model country of the world and had a leadership. But it has slipped for years now to the level of a developing country in terms of its systems, the education, health, income and wealth distribution systems, and others. These systems protect the rich and let the poor degenerate. And especially the country infrastructure is decaying. The USA must take all people with it and give all people a good education. Working 3 jobs a day to earn a living must not be allowed in an affluent society. The huge differences in income between well and poorly educated citizens must not exist in a developed country. We can see from this example of the United States of America where it can lead if a country puts more emphasis on money than on humans. Then an autocrat can easily win the elections next time. Do we want that? I don't think so. In summary, Germany and other countries do business with autocratically governed countries in order to make money. Is this human? Yes, it is human. Does it fit into our present time? No. It no longer fits into our present time. Switzerland could do this in the 30s. The Western world could do it until today. But now the barrel of the pursuit of profit and thus the pursuit of money has overflowed. Today we can rethink and change our attitude of closing our eyes and ears and mouths, because we are not interested in whether people in other countries are persecuted, raped, imprisoned, and murdered. Politicians will say, we are already active with economic sanctions against the inhuman attitude of autocratic leaders in the world. In my eyes, that is a funny answer, because these sanctions have no effect at all. We must make a radical rethink and not do any more business with these countries. and not make us small in front of them, and not make us depend on them. And especially, we should not sell them any more war equipments. We Germans, Switzerland and France, in addition to United States, are the leaders in this field. Just to make money, the government should reconsider whether this business conduct is still appropriate in these new times. Unethically and dishonest behavior, like doing business with countries of autocrats and support them just to make money, meaning profits for their companies and for the country by creating higher economic growth, are now over. Money, profit, stock market prices, etc. will take a new perspective. The previous maximization belongs to the past. We are on the wrong track. We are not taking the people with us. We, that means the politicians, the lawyers, and the business leaders, don't care about people. They think of themselves, but not in the people, neither of their own employees, nor in the people in Hong Kong, Belarus, in China, Poland, Hungary, etc. They think only in money, profits, share prices, and economic performance. They do not care about the human being. He exists simply to produce the economic performance and the profits. The economic being is used as a profit collector, a money collector. So, man is being exploited only so that money flows into the hands of a few. Is this healthy? Is this money energy clean? Or is it influenced or polluted by ego and power and selfish behavior and thoughts or intentions? This dirt has to get out of the money, meaning out of the heads of those kinds of money owners. It is not longer a question of boosting consumption and thus the economy. This is exactly the point. It is not longer about more consumption and the idea of using money to buy pleasure and security. It is about saying goodbye to our thinking of security and to enter into a new world of trust. The trust in something higher and bigger, the trust in our health, not to get the coronavirus, the trust that we will survive without looking at money, and that we will always be taken care of. And in this new thinking, money no longer plays a role. It only plays a minor role. Also, to the new times belongs that we say goodbye to our dearly beloved products like the German cars and its industry. as well as the German steel and weapon industries and others. New business fields are to conquered. For this purpose, a new education system is needed, where young people are educated in their innate potentials, talents, and creativity. These people create new inventions from which new industries emerge. These new ideas must be financed. Our foundation in Switzerland will be dedicated to financing these young people and their business ideas. A new economy will emerge from this. And then money, the new money, has a serving function and is secondary because the people have become first. So, dear friends, in the English-speaking countries, it is a heavy stuff what I was talking about. We have now time in this Christmas times to think about it and perhaps to change our behaviors and to let people in your family, around you and your family, and in other countries to really give them a voice and give them a hand, that our not so nice, or let's say unbalanced world will become a nicer world, a world where the money and the inner values, not the material values, will be balanced, perhaps, in the future. This is my wish, my goal, my intention, my mission for the next year. And I wish you all the best in these days before Christmas. And I hope to see you soon back. Thank you very much.